So now we got Mercury trine Jupiter.
which is a great aspect. I mean, if you want to have pleasant conversation, you know, pencil in today on the 16th. Yeah. The Mercury is, wanting to talk, and it's facing a benefic and in a nice aspect. So I think there's going to be a lot of good conversations can happen with this aspect.
Yeah, big ideas, enthusiasm, optimism. Mercury's still in Scorpio, so there's a little bit more intensity in that. I think that Jupiter can lighten it up a little bit though, and Mercury's not that far from moving into Sagittarius. It'll be moving into Sagittarius on the 17th. It actually will be in detriment then because it's in the sign opposite its own sign. But yeah, this is expansive, big ideas. As it's a trine, I don't think it's kind of going to be a case of like, you're too unrealistic. Yeah, it might be a little bit unrealistic, but it's more a case, I think, of, yeah, you have these big grand ideas, but you're not necessarily talking about implementing them. You kind of, you're talking big ideas, but it's like, wouldn't this be fun, rather than, oh, this is what I've thought and it's got to be done. That's my impression anyway. It's kind of, it's fun to dream big sometimes.
Absolutely.
Doesn't necessarily have to be realistic. And I mean, we've got that Neptune, not super close to Jupiter, but it's close enough to kind of have a little bit of influence there. So yeah.
For horseshoes, as we say. Might not be a ringer, but it's at least, it's in the vicinity of the peg.
Well, yeah, all these things, inventions, that somebody had to dream them up first. And I mean, you think of all the things we've got today just from when we were kids, it's just amazing. It always amazes me when I think of people born like, 1900s, the things they saw in their lifetime, incredible.
Change, like transportation, how we get our news. I mean,
Even things like, being alive when there was no such things as aeroplanes to their landing on the moon. It's just crazy. So yeah, sometimes, thinking big, it needs to be done. Maybe it's not going to be implemented at this time, but it's good to dream.
trying to think of, here I'm thinking we're going to move into, more of that air travel with all of the planets, going into air signs. But yeah, but Chris Brennan was talking about on his forecast for November. I think he was talking about Avatar
Oh yeah, yeah.
is going to be released in water. It was in
Hmm.
air, and this time when Jupiter's in Pisces, it's going to be in water. It's just
Okay, interesting.
I wonder
Yeah,
where our
yeah, I
travel
think I
is
did
going
hear
to
that.
be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would like to see Uranus get out of Taurus before we move into air travel, like too much new. I just remember I did an article on Uranus and Taurus and went through different historical things that happened, kind of listed them all. There was a lot of transportation problems, like the Hindenburg. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not so eager to be trying new forms of transport while Uranus is in Taurus myself. I'm waiting for it to be in Gemini.
Where were we? Oh, Mercury, the big ideas. Yeah, the Mercury trining Jupiter, which is, yeah, it is a big idea. I mean, you can have those big
Mhm.
ideas. I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
I mean, Jupiter's still retrograde. It's getting close to stationing. It's quite slow. But yeah, I don't think there's any danger of kind of, having these ideas and, getting carried away. I think this is just talking, shooting, shooting the shit. It's just, just talking big
Brainstorming.
ideas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shooting the breeze. That's it. That's a more polite version. But yeah. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
this could be fun. This could be fun for yeah, get-togethers.
definitely. Definitely.